Welcome to Tennis Match, the channel where global tennis comes alive through analysis, emotion, and star power. And next to me, always sharp and with a killer eye for tennis tempo and tension, it's the Oracle. Welcome.
Thanks. And with me, as always, ready to dissect strategies and stats like a grandmaster, is the strategist. Great to be here.
So let's just dive right in. Is this Sunday, July 13th, 2025? Is this the day tennis really truly turns a page? The start of a new era?
Well, that's the big question hanging over center court, isn't it? Especially after what we saw in the semis.
I mean, Djokovic's exit. Yeah.
Exactly. Novak losing to Jannik Sinner. And Novak's comments afterwards were pretty revealing. He called it a true physical fight.
He did, didn't he? Admitted that age, wear, and tear in the body are really starting to bite at this level.
Yeah, it was quite candid. He talked about the last year and a half, how reality has kind of hit me like never before.
Imagine that. Novak Djokovic saying his tank is half empty, going into those long best-of-5 matches against guys like Sinner or Alcaraz.
Yeah.
It's almost jarring to hear.
It really is. Jarring, but also incredibly classy, I thought.
How so?
Well, the sportsmanship. He didn't make excuses, just said Sinner was too strong. And then that quote, calling Sinner the best player in the world for the last year and a half.
That's massive praise. A real recognition, maybe.
Definitely. It felt like more than just praise, like an acknowledgement of this shift happening.
So this final, Sinner versus Alcaraz, it's not just another final then. It feels bigger.
Oh, absolutely. It feels like that passing of the torch moment everyone talks about. You know, the real dawn of this new era. It's history unfolding right in front of us.
For so long, it was all about the big three. And now,
Djokovic himself is acknowledging the challenge. And you have these two young guys battling for the Wimbledon title. It's a clear line in the sand.
And they seem to know it too, right? Both Alcaraz and Sinner have said their rivalry is great for tennis.
Yeah, pushing each other, getting more people watching. They're embracing it, building their own narrative.
And speaking of narratives, there's a pretty significant financial one here too. The prize money this year is, well, it's huge.
It really is. The winner gets, what, 3 million pounds?
Exactly, about 3.5 million US dollars.
Yeah.
And the total prize fund is over 53 million pounds. A record.
Shows the health of the sport, doesn't it? Even losing in the first round gets you a decent payday, like 66,000 pounds.
Just shows the sheer scale of Wimbledon. These guys are definitely fueling that growth. It's not just a torch being passed, it's maybe a bonfire being lit.
Huh, I like that, bonfire. Okay, so let's talk match build-up. Sinner, after beating Djokovic, he sounded pretty happy.
Yeah, great happiness for today's performance, he said. Felt grand on court, moving much better.
He did acknowledge Djokovic was maybe a bit injured, but kept the focus on his own game, playing well in the important moments. That's key.
And his whole journey, his growth, it's been pretty remarkable.
Unstoppable, almost. He said himself 5 years ago he really struggled moving on grass. Now look at him.
It completely backs up what Djokovic said, doesn't it? Best player for 18 months. That's some trajectory, like watching, I don't know, a different player emerge.
A butterfly with a massive forehand, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so Alcaraz, he's in his third straight Wimbledon final. That's incredible consistency.
Right. And he was apparently a bit surprised Sinner beat Djokovic quite easy. He knows the level Sinner's playing at is really high, incredible.
Respect between them is clear.
Definitely. Alcaraz called their Roland Garros match probably the best match I ever played. But then he also says he doesn't feel like he has a mental edge because Sinner's a champion who learns fast.
So tactically, what are we expecting? Everyone seems to be saying the same thing.
Serve. It's going to be absolutely crucial on the grass. That and footwork, shot making, the whole package.
Go big into that serve then.
Yeah.
Sinner's serve. It feels like a much bigger weapon now. Why is that?
Well, his coach, Vagnazzi, basically confirmed it. Said Sinner is growing with the serve. Served very well lately. Mentioned some technical tweaks like pronation, getting more out of it on grass. Calls it crucial for Sunday.
So tangible improvements, not just confidence.
Exactly. Measurable stuff. Game changer.
And Alcaraz, his strengths on grass. Speed, right?
Improvisation.
Absolutely. He thrives on it. Says himself how important movement is. Lets him create chances out of nothing. He actually called Sinner's movement incredible, even compared it to clay court movement.
Which is huge praise on grass.
It really is. And it points to that whole challenge of moving on grass versus other surfaces.
Sinner's journey there is fascinating. Struggling 5 years back, now moving much better.
Total adaptation, lower center of gravity, quicker steps. He's unlocked something on this surface. It's not just about hitting hard anymore.
Master the surface itself, and that's what makes this so good, right? Both guys have adapted brilliantly to grass.
Yeah, it promises a really high-level tactical battle, like chess on a lawn. Okay, so prediction time, the big clash. Where do you stand? I lean towards Sinner.
Oh, interesting. Why?
Well, the stability, the form, Djokovic calling him the best, that improved serve we talked about, and how composed he looked against Novak, even an injured Novak. He just seems so solid mentally right now. Do you really think Alcaraz's, X factor can overcome that consistency on this surface where the serve is so key?
It's a strong case. Sinner's solidity is undeniable.
Yeah.
But isn't there just something about Alcaraz, that pure, almost like uncontainable talent that just ignites when the pressure's highest? Something the stats don't quite show.
Maybe.
I mean, third final in a row here. That Roland Garros match he called his best ever. Even Novak gave him a slight preference, right? Because he's won here before, the confidence. Analysts talk about his ultimate pressure weapon, pulling out crazy shots when he's down. That's not just stats.
Perhaps. But look, if I had 3 million pounds, I'd retire immediately and live off strawberries and cream.
Okay. Fair point about the strawberries and cream. Sounds delightful, actually.
But these guys aren't playing just for the cash, obviously. It's about who holds their nerve. And Sinner looks incredibly steady. Barely blinked against Djokovic.
That's true, he was composed. But don't you think Alcaraz having won here already, doesn't it give him a specific mental edge? A belief that stability alone can't quite match, knowing you've done it on that court.
It's definitely a factor. A calm from knowing you can do it. But Sinner's calm feels different. Like it comes from knowing he's done the work, he belongs. It's a clash of titans, each with their own kind of composure.
Agreed. So looking beyond Sunday, what's the future for this rivalry? They talk about it with so much respect.
Yeah, Sinner calling it an honor to share the court, both saying they push each other to the limit. They hope it lasts 5-10 years, writes important pages in tennis history.
You have to wonder then, are we watching the next truly iconic rivalry emerge? A successor to the big three?
Feels like it could be. The buzz around them is certainly there.
And the other lingering question, Djokovic. Will he be back? Will he win another slam?
He hopes this wasn't his last match at Wimbledon, but he also said he needs to review everything with his team. Acknowledging the physical side of things, you can never count him out, but
it's not a given anymore. The landscape is shifting.
Which brings us to maybe a final thought for you listening at home, something to really think about. Djokovic called Sinner the best player for 18 months. We see his growth on all surfaces.
Oh.
Could Jannik Sinner actually target all 4 slams in 2026? A calendar Grand Slam. Is that crazy talk anymore?
Wow. That's a huge thought to end on. A tantalizing prospect for sure. We'll definitely be watching.
If you enjoyed this episode, smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and tell us you take in the comments. Tennis Match will be back soon with more stories from the World Tour. See you courtside.